Welcome back. It's episode 5 of the Zach Dresler Show. I'm Zach Dresler. Thanks for joining. You can subscribe or tune in to YouTube and watch this live. Or not live, but you can watch this video show.
Yeah, subscribe and like.
Smash
that
Go to Apple, go to Spotify, go to Amazon. All the audio is there.
Yeah, just the Zach Dresler Show on all audio platforms and YouTube.
Go check it out.
You know where to get it.
Go check it out. What's up, Bindi? How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. It's just busy. 2021.
Yes.
It's no different than 2020.
No, it's just an extension. It's an extension. The United States hasn't been overrun with domestic Trump terrorists, which is good after last week.
Yeah, it was only a few hours.
Although there's things developing, which we're all keeping our eyes on.
Yes.
We haven't been canceled.
No canceling yet,
which is good. We got a great show for you today. I don't want to do too much of the intro. We got some things we're going to do for the very first time, and it's going to be maybe a weekly segment or every other week. Our first bagel review.
You're revolutionizing podcasting right now.
Bagel review.
Bagel review, tier list, hot taste.
Here we go. So I'm a huge bagel guy. I grew up in New York. Really, to me, there's only two places that make good bagels. It's the tri-state area, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. Maybe parts of the Northeast in that, maybe, Boston or Massachusetts, and Montreal. Montreal makes fantastic bagels. It's the water. It's the water that's all in that area.
Now, what about the water makes it different?
I don't know.
I've heard that about New York pizza. I've had New York pizza, and it is different, and it's great.
I think it's just less I know that in California there's more chemicals in the water. I know there's more fluoride. I know there's more fluoride. I know there's more, and I think because we're always in a drought, there's not artificial water, but water being pumped and cleaned.
Right.
Where in New York there's a lot of streams, there's a lot of rivers, there's a lot of coming from glaciers up in the Canadian area, Canada. Coming down.
It's all the glaciers.
So, I think the water's just cleaner, better there. There's less fluoride, less chemicals in it.
There's a whole natural
Here's the thing is I know that when I drink water in New York and New Jersey, I can drink it straight from the tap with ice cubes. Where here I have to put it through some type of filtration system in order for me to really want to drink the water here, unless it comes from a bottle.
And survive
100%. But we're going to be doing a bagel review. It'll be our first one. It's an LA bagel. If there are bagels across the country or the world that you want me to try, put comments in the comment below. Let us know what bagels there are. We'll order them. We'll try them out. We'll give them a review. But I'm
already moving forward on cream cheesing my bagel.
Great. So I have a video which I recorded earlier. So what I did was I ordered these bagels from Sam's Bagels. All right. I'll pull out the bagel here. I ordered just a couple without a sandwich. I got them bacon, egg, and cheese, which we're going to throw to here in a minute. But before we do that, let me just show you these bagels. So this is from Sam's Bagels.
Beautiful.
You like them? You're a big fan?
I'm a San Diego guy. I have no idea.
Okay, that's fine.
It's like talking to me about bagels is like talking to me about like astrophysics. But
Sure.
I love them both.
What I don't like about these bagels, and I talk about in the video, but I'll talk about it here because I rate the sandwich and I'll rate the bagel separately here. Because to me, the thing that I love the most about bagels is making a bacon, egg, and cheese. So in the video, I got a bacon, egg, and cheese. It's one of my favorite sandwiches to get from breakfast. I love cream cheese on a bagel. I'm not a huge cream cheese and lox guy. I know that's very not Jewish of me. But not a big guy. Not a big fan of
I heard gasps, audible gasps out there.
My mother's turning in her. Oh, no, I dropped the bagel. Oh, well, that's one piece of bagel that's dropped. Okay. So,
R.I.P.
Here's the inside of the bagel. It's not horrible. The problem is that too many sesame seeds. I like a sesame seed bagel, but these seem to me that they were put on after the fact. I like them a little toasted on the bagel when they're coming out of the oven. The middle is soft. The New York bagels in general they're thicker, they're wider. They're spongier. And also the texture to me in the outside of the bagel, it's the same texture on the inside. Where I feel like when you get a New York bagel, it's a little bit, like not burnt. I'm not gonna say burnt, but toastier, if that makes sense. It's crunchy on the outside, soft in the middle. Now these probably made earlier today. They should still be, little squishy. They are, but it just doesn't have the way they stay the same throughout the day that you get a New York bagel. Now, I'm going to take my cream cheese here, and I'm just going to put a nice little smear on it. Sorry, I'm making so many crumbs, and we'll clean it up.
It's interesting because, I spent, I was 20, it was last year, 27 when I went to, I don't even know how old I am. 20.
Listen,
I haven't.
Nobody knows how old
ages.
Nobody knows how old they are since we've gone to quarantine.
Right, I know. As if I've changed a birthday since then. Yeah, I do. It's interesting. I spent 27 years on the West Coast. Mm-hmm. I've traveled. I've never gone as far as New York. Okay. I've gone to Ohio and New Orleans. That's as far east as I've gone. But when you get there, you feel a need to have the pizza, to have the bagel.
Yeah.
And when I got there and I got the bagel, I completely understood why, Now, what's weird to me is I come from a perspective of not ever having really a bagel consistently during my lifetime because of my proximity or my locale, right? Out here, it's not a bagel place. It's opposite of the bagel. It just doesn't lend itself. You're in your car all day. You're not walking around. I need a little pick-me-up, a little carb.
Right.
No,
you're 100% right. And I was thinking about that too.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that the same thing too, where it's like here in LA, there's certain foods that you don't have to Google or search for. You just, you can go tacos, Mexican, Vietnamese food, Thai food. Bagels, you got to look for. And the reason why I'm doing this bagel review is because my brother just recently moved out here. God bless his soul. He says he's a foodie. I think he's got terrible fucking taste buds, if you want my honest opinion. I mean, we agree on a lot of things, but there's certain things we don't agree on. He tells me last month that he has found a comparable bagel to a New York bagel. And I said, bull fucking shit.
In LA?
Yeah, in LA. And I said, bullshit. I go, I've been here 7 years.
Well, I've seen some, some East Coasters or, New Yorkers.
It's not the same. I know.
Who move out here. But I've seen, I don't remember who produced it, but it was on YouTube somewhere of a guy in Culver City shipping water from New York every day to make that stuff. So maybe there is a guy doing that, going through the rigmarole of getting water out.
Get the water.
Get the water.
Well, we'll go check him out. My brother said, this isn't the place my brother got the bagels from. He got from, I think it was Bell's Bagels, which might be that place you're talking about. Brooklyn Bagel's supposed to be doing the same, where they're supposed to be mailing water out here and shipping it. Anyway, I just think that, it's, there's certain tastes you can have for certain different things, but when it comes to bagels and pizzas, there's only a certain region that can do it well. Mm-hmm. Bagels being one of them. I'm not, I'll say this. When I'm at home, I eat a bagel almost every other day. Since being here, today has been the first bagel I've had in a very long time.
In a long time. Question for you. Which place has the best bagels that is the most surprising?
Where, here?
No, I mean, which location have you been to, or city?
Oh.
That you've been to, you're like, wow, didn't expect this.
I think,
is it Metropolitan? Because I think the Metropolitan lends itself to a bagel.
Yeah, no, it was definitely it was Montreal. When I went to Montreal, it was because again, when just like you up until my 20s, like me, I was an East Coaster. I've been up and down the East Coast plenty, and I traveled across the world plenty of times, but I never lived in a certain area. And especially when you're in New York, it's the epicenter of everything. Like, why would I go anywhere else? I got everything I want here. Yeah. And so I went to Montreal and I had a bagel, and it was unbelievable. It was just, and they have different sizes, just like they do in New York. It was as good, if not better. Again, it's I only had it from two places, so they were fantastic. Again, in New York, like we talked about, you can just go to a corner and get a decent bagel or a decent slice of pizza, and still better than the best bagel or pizza out here.
Yeah, and it's sad. It's also sad too. I just realized I wasn't wearing my mask because of this.
No, it's all right.
Bagel. But interesting thing out here too is I don't know about if this is true, but it's consistent with my perspective on the West Coast. The most contact I come in with a bagel is the sleeved mass market, mass produced Sara Lee or whatever, cinnamon raisin. Yeah, it's the Pepsi, the Coke of bagels, which is probably an atrocity
still not too bad. I mean, we used to do it when
at least you're eating bagels.
At least you're eating a bagel. You want an egg McMuffin? You want a bagel? What do you want? Huh? Well, I give this bagel, even though I keep on eating it, it's a food.
Yeah,
I give this bagel a 4.9 out of 10. Out of 10. And the reason why I'm giving it, and we'll maybe come back and revisit these bagels down the line. I don't want to start too high.
Yeah.
And then really have to give a really good bagel a higher score than what it deserves. So I'm going to start at 4.9. And real quick, here is what I ate earlier today, which is the bacon, egg, and cheese video when I got the order, because I didn't go to the place. I ordered it on DoorDash, and here's me reviewing the bacon, egg, and cheese. So yeah, I gave that. I think I gave it a 5.2. I gave that bagel a 5.2. The bacon, egg, and cheese. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't bad. It just, I don't know. Like I said, there was not enough bacon in the sandwich. The egg was good. Not enough cheese. And again, the bagel is the same thing. It's it's like rubbery-ish. It's tough. And people say, well, you didn't toast it. A true bagel, you don't need to. When it's fresh, you don't need to toast it. Even when it's been 12 hours, you don't need to toast it.
What is your like they estimate time of death on bodies and stuff? What is your ultimate farthest it can go before rigor mortis sets in? Like where can you buy it? Leave it on your counter or in the fridge or whatever.
Yeah. How long before
it turns into a California bagel?
Probably 24 hours. I give it tops, hours, maybe. Right.
So you, no matter where you are, that window closes quick.
Well, you mean for New York bagel or LA bagels?
Any bagel.
Well, for
New York,
yeah, 24 hours is always. Here's the thing with the we always keep it in a plastic bag and in this brown paper bag. Yeah. My dad will freeze them after 3 days.
Oh,
yeah, because with New York bagels, after 12 or 24 hours, you usually toast it a little bit, and it revitalizes whatever's in there. It just becomes really good. You shouldn't have to toast a fresh bagel. Period. People like it toasted because it gets a little crunch. That's a personal thing. But a true bagel, you shouldn't have to toast it if it's fresh.
I don't want to deal with cream cheese sweat.
I don't dislike it, but I know what you're saying. When the cream cheese melts and it just drips everywhere, it's like a sloppy peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, there's no control. I like control over my bagel. Yeah. Call me a Westerner or West Coaster.
Yeah. Well, that was our bagel review.
Enticing.
We're gonna have our guest on shortly, Adam Hamway. He is a voiceover artist. He's an impressionist, an actor, and producer. He will join the show. He voiced over some fantastic commercials over the years, Wendy's, Motorola, and his impressions are top notch. I mean, he's done so many good impressions that he almost got on 30 Rock and SNL. He's gonna tell the story. He's a great guest. One of my closest friends. We did sketch comedy for years together. We still do it. Obviously we're just on different coasts. But Adam Hamway coming up. But before we get to that, really quickly, just a fitness update. I'm back into the push-up challenge. All right, we're going strong. This is day 3 or 4, depending on when you listen. I'm sore. I am sore, dude. This whole area is really sore, and I know we talked about this when I first was going to do it about a month ago. If you wanted to join me, and could you do it? I think we talked about doing on your knees and whatnot. I've been doing. I didn't start. It's fine. It's fine. Here's the thing: is that I'm at the point right now where I'm doing about the first day I did 20, banged it right off, and then after that I just did sets of 10. And when I got to I think 60 or 70, I had to switch to my knees, which is fine. There's no shame in doing that. My muscles are not there. I'm not about to tear pec muscles for that. But it's every day I'm trying to get a little bit better. But like I said, you got to start somewhere. I'll do an update again next week where I'm at. I did take some before pictures, and I'm excited to see what happens after 30 days. I'm just, I probably will change up the how I do the push-ups. Maybe do a couple, lower pack, upper pack, just to mix it up. So this way I don't have too big of swollen man boobies.
Heard on the radio today.
Yeah.
I can look for the article. Guy did, I don't know, an astronomical amount of push-ups for a Guinness Book of World Records on his
knuckles, fingers. Oh,
but just his index and thumb.
Yeah, I
Just
remember.
his index.
I remember.
It's
I
insane.
remember. When I was at BuzzFeed, me and Josh Davis did a video where we were talking about some guy, and Josh produced it. It was really good about this guy going around the office trying to do push-ups on the air, and I tried, and this is probably at my peak shape at this point, and I thought I tore ligaments in my thumb.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's a technique, and you have to do a certain way, and I think you have to be a certain strong in a certain part of your body.
Yeah, you probably have to get one of those.
Yeah,
thingy,
the stress
work out
balls,
your hand.
The stress balls.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
Interesting.
But well, let's get Adam on the line, and let's see what the old chap's up to. Yeah.
Is this it? Are we doing it now?
We're doing it. Well, dude, look at that mustache.
Yeah, stashing it up.
I love it. That's incredible. Wait, I thought you were gonna shave it. I honestly thought you were gonna shave it.
Really? No.
You gonna keep it for a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I like it. So,
I like it all.
I probably will sound better. Hold on a second.
I'm recording the screen and the audio.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, that it?
For my purpose. No, you're not. It's. We're still going. It's starting. We're doing it now.
I know, but I think something happened with my audio.
What do you mean? Can you not
Sorry.
hear? Can you not hear yourself?
No, it's just I probably sound super deep. Do I sound deep?
No, you sound normal to us.
I'm so sorry.
You sound great.
Sure.
You're just busting chops. I feel this is Adam. This is Adam Hamway. This is Adam.
On, guys.
You're my second guest of the Zach Dresler show.
Number two, always number two.
Number
Thanks.
two. No, Dad was number one.
Are
I
you
apologize.
serious?
I apologize. You're number three. Dad was number one, and my friend Steven was number two.
Well, Dad's always got to be number one.
Yeah.
Your dad is fantastic.
He is. He's a good man. I miss him. I feel like it's been crazy because I haven't been home. So Adam and I, we didn't grow up together, but we met in our adult lives at work. Adam is, like I mentioned earlier in the show, he is a VO artist, an impressionist, a comedian, producer, director, PA, professional PA announcer at Madison Square Garden. I mean, I feel like there's tons of credits and titles I can give you, but you're just an incredible, talented, creative man, human being,
Hey, thanks, man.
and
Appreciate all of that.
father of three, right?
Three.
Father
Yeah.
of three, and
The
uncle
trifecta,
uncle
it's
to
completed.
49.
I know. I have so many of my brothers. They just keep having babies, and then Brittany's, my wife's got siblings, and they've got kids now. There's another one coming, Zach.
Wait, what do you mean? There's another one coming?
I'm gonna be another. I don't even know what it is now.
Oh, okay. You're not going to be another. You're having a fourth kid, or someone else is having a kid in your family.
Someone else is having a kid, not mine.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So, how broke are you? Let's start that. It's the end of the holiday season. How broke are you?
Well, what's funny is that we've started this system. So we used to and I would be so broke because we'd have to get every single niece or nephew a gift, and then we decided, just the families now. It's a one big gift, kind of like you get them the game or the board game.
Okay, gotcha.
Get them the video game, something for the whole family.
Do you get
to
the console,
enjoy.
the video console, or just like one
Not
game?
the console, one game.
All right.
Cap it at $50 for family, which is still pricey.
That's still a lot. I mean, listen, with the amount of family members between you and Britt, yeah, that's a good chunk of change right there.
It's hefty with the three brothers. There's five. It's just a lot. Yeah.
I mean, listen, you could also
buy a console.
You could just do what Carrie did, and that just max out her Best Buy credit card and buy everyone she knows Google Homes. She went to Best Buy and bought 10 Google Homes with light bulbs so people can go like, hey,
Really?
Google, change my light bulb color to blue. So now she's running around doing that in the house.
Right now, above your head's going to be changing.
Yeah, exactly. But I do like the mustache. I like
Thank you.
You're one of the things I mean, we've known each other now for 14, 15 years.
Over a decade.
Over a decade.
Yeah.
Since like 2006, right?
Yeah, 2006. That's exactly when I started because we met each other at Sirius XM, I believe, right?
That's correct.
Isn't that right?
Yeah, we met each other at Sirius XM, and we've done sketch comedy pretty much since then. We were in a group together called Chocolate Cake City with Rob Asaro. That was his group, his baby. He started it at Emerson College, or there's a whole mishigas with that. But we that's how we met, and we met at work. And I forget who it was. Was it someone that introduced me to you and said we should do sketches together? And you're like, I have this group. Or really don't remember, but it was like basically like friendship and love at first sight.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing. We just immediately gelled. We connected. I think it was Tom Falcone, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
This guy Tom Falcone. I
Yeah.
think you knew him from another channel at Sirius because he was working there in another department. And yeah, so I think anyway. Like, people don't need to know these people's names, do they?
No. Not. I mean, listen, whatever. We're just talking.
I'm not. I'm just saying, it's just.
No, obvious. I know. So we met somewhere, but Adam's been one of my good friends since. I mean, you make me. I feel like every time we've had a sketch idea, it's just been in passing in the hallways when we were working together. We were just doing some crazy characters and crazy voices. Yeah. And one of the things Adam is, like I said, he's an impressionist, but he has this incredible range with his voice, and he can do a lot of impersonations. How did you get into voiceover, like doing voiceover and stuff like that? Was this something that you wanted to do since you were a kid in college? How did it happen?
Yeah, I think it was in high school, because when I was in high school, my drama teacher, she said, she wanted me to be in all the plays and everything. And so, because she liked my voice, as well as the choir teacher, which I never took choir before in my life. And they wanted me to, so they wanted me to perform. One wanted me to take choir because I had a bass. They needed a bass in the choir. The other one wanted me to act and, be on stage.
Right.
And when I did both, they both were like, whatever you do in life, you need to do something with your voice. So that kind of stuck to me and resonated, because originally, I don't think I've really told many people, but originally what I wanted to do is design cars. I wanted to, because I did art and sketch in high school and middle school. I was like one of the kids that had that, I don't know, everybody did like AP history, AP math. I was like AP art, drawing.
You were good. You were good at sketching and doing all that stuff. Yeah, building model cars and everything.
That's true. So I that's what I wanted to do, and so they kind of threw me for a loop, because I was like, who says it anymore? They threw me for a loop.
Now they say
who's that?
They gaslit me, is what they say these days. Not threw me for a loop. I got gaslit.
Oh, and so then I was like, oh, that's interesting. And then among friends, I would just make fun of not make fun of, but do impressions of all the teachers in high school. And so I would just do, the gym teacher, this person, and that, whatever. And
give me your gym teacher right now. Give me your gym teacher.
My gym teacher. Oh, this is Miss Yusunes. Everybody fall in, okay? We're going to have a great class today. Fall in. I don't know. It's just like, it's so weird. So fall in. I don't know.
Fall in.
So we fall in, everybody. And so from there, I was like, oh, and then I don't know. I don't really know how it came to be. I guess I watched basketball with my brother, Nick. He loved the New York Knicks. And I not that I liked the Chicago Bulls. I just wanted to pick a team that went against the Knicks, just so we would have that battle among ourselves as siblings.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Jordan. Who doesn't love Jordan?
Who doesn't love Jordan?
But right. And so And so then I loved the starting lineup for the Chicago Bulls. And then that's kind of like how that kind of set the stage for me to do things, because I would do an impression of the Chicago Bulls announcer, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's
From North Carolina, you know, 6'6", you know. So I would just do that. And so what I did was in high school. Oh, you're gonna say something?
No. I was just gonna say, and that's you know, it's because now you're pretty much doing that for, you know, the Rangers, aren't you? You're a MSG.
Correct, and it was like a dream to do something like that, because high school I would just do it for the basketball team, women's, men's, and basketball, and I would take the music from the Chicago Bulls theme. And gosh,
gets you jazzed up, doesn't it? Gets you jacked up.
Yes, I loved it. And then it really gives you chills like nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just like time goes on, and then I got working at or doing MSG anything like they had me, and I knew somebody at SiriusXM, talking about making connections. I met you, obviously. We did great comedy, but I met, the guy who does it for the Rangers right now. And so, he just tapped me on the shoulder, because I would do not backup. I would do stuff for marching band,
right.
High school marching band, as well as, what do they call it? Actual like drum corps competitions across the
country.
Drum
competitions, high school drum competition.
Yeah, well, this would drum corps is actually the pro one. So in the summer, those kids that did marching band, they in the summer would pay, I don't know, thousands of dollars to compete across the country and globe, because some of them would go overseas.
Oh, this is hardcore. This is hardcore. Wow. Okay.
And so I do this for a while too. So he knew that I did this, and so he's like, hey, just like nonchalant, you want to do, you want to do a bagel for the Rangers? We need somebody.
And it's going to end up being you when this, and that's, I can't wait. It's going to be great. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Now,
so that's how that happened.
When you started at Sirius, did you get hired as a voiceover talent as well, or just producer, for the Catholic channel?
So it was kind of, the way it was presented to me was that I would do a little bit of everything. So I was a producer. They hired me as a producer, and I would produce more than one show.
Right.
But also they wanted me to do other things. Because one of the things that when I went there is like, obviously I don't want the Catholic channel to be preachy. I don't want it to be what you would normally expect a Catholic channel to sound like, because that's just not something that I want to be involved in, because I don't think you're going to reach the target that you want. You want people obviously to come to the faith. So if that's the goal, you're not going to do that by preaching to the same people. You want to expand that web and attract other people. So I was like, okay, well, I want to do comedy bits for the Catholic channel and do all these other things too. And so that was part of my interview process. And so when they hired me, it was like, okay, we want you to do this as well. So in addition to producing a show, they wanted me to, on the side, and they give me a stipend type thing to do these things, this additional content on the side, like as fake commercials in the breaks, stuff like that.
Amazing. And that pretty much, you're like the whole voice of the channel and like half of Sirius XM. I feel like you're just, I feel like I hear, if I'm flipping through the channels, I'm like, I know that guy. It's Adam. Yep. That's Adam too. And that's probably Adam just changing his voice.
I do like I did in high school. I'll do impressions of some other channel's announcer voice. It's pretty funny. And people at work. Yeah,
we've done each. I feel like you've probably gone through everyone at work. I remember you used to come into the studio when I was NFL, and you just used to rattle down the list of either hosts that we would have or people in the office. I'm not going to get into who, but it was, and I would come back at you. I would come back at you as well. I'd probably do my Adam Shine, like, thanks for joining us, Adam Hamway from the Catholic channel on Sirius NFL Radio. That's my impression of a guy that probably nobody on this channel that I only have 17 subscribers know. So,
Adam, you're talking about?
Yeah, Adam Shine.
Adam Shine. People know Adam Shine.
No, but no one. I mean, listen, I only have 17 subscribers, and they probably don't know who he is. So,
you know what? You don't know that. You don't know.
All right, Mister Positivity, whatever. I know. Listen, Bizarro,
Zach,
Bizarro Wario over here.
That's ridiculous.
I feel like you're gonna teleport through this screen like Wario does and like steal my bottle of water and just like disappear. All right, but what would you say? Well, I don't know if it is or isn't, but what would be your first big break? Your first, into doing commercials? Like, was it the Wendy's commercial? Was it like, which one was it? Because I know you've done so many national commercials, but something smaller than that got you to that point.
Yeah, well, yeah, the biggest one. So when this goes back from the beginning. So I was doing. I know this was your original question, which I never got to. So sorry.
No, it's okay. Listen, I want to hear. I want to hear the journey.
No, so I was doing, PA announcing. I was doing that stuff with my voice, and then when I got to working at Sirius and the Catholic channel, one of the hosts that I worked for, I would do the bits, and so he's like, "Wow, this is great that you're doing this." And he saw that I was looking for an agent. He's like, "You want an agent?" So he like picked up the phone, and he like called up this agency, and then he's like, follow up this person, and I did, brought them in, and then I just remember them saying USOB, like, why haven't you been doing this sooner? And then that's how I started doing audition everything. And then my big one was being the voice of Wendy's. I hit it.
Yeah,
like beginner's luck. They always say that it's like a beginner's luck type thing when you sign with an agency and book your first one. It's like winning the lottery.
But it was incredible. I mean, I remember when you booked that. I remember you telling me that was like 2008 or 9.
The 9, yeah.
Yeah, and I just remember, I remember how excited you were, and I was like, "Didn't you just get this agent?" And you're like, yes. "Yeah," and I was just like. Well, this guy, I knew you were going to do big things, but I think, of course, me being a mooch, I remember when you told me that, and after, the radio and the national commercials came out with your voice for Wendy's Applewood smoked bacon, that was the first time that Wendy switched that. I remember...
North American beef.
There it is. Give it to me.
Hot, juicy North American beef.
But do you remember this stupid day where I was being a mooch and I was like, let's go to the Wendy's underneath the building, underneath the Sirius exit at Rockefeller Center at 12:21, and we went, and I was like, let's just see if you'll get us, if you'd be like, I'm the voice of Wendy's, we'll get us some free hamburgers. I was like, and we waited in line, and I was like, hey, I was like, this guy is the voice of Wendy's, and she goes, yeah. I was like, he is, do the voice. And you did it. You're like, Applewood smoked bacon, juicy patties. And I was like, don't we get some free burgers now? I'm like, isn't there some? And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? She had no idea.
You were so confident this would work. You were like, this is going to work. He was like, this is totally going to work. Do you remember, I don't know if you want to talk about this, that when you were watching a football game and the commercials were playing in the commercial break, I tell this story to people. And I don't know if you want to continue it, but you were saying this, you're just like, I know him. Remember that? You're watching the game.
Someone's like, the burger? I was like, no, the guy talking about the burger. Like, what are you talking about?
Him.
I know him.
I still laugh all the time.
I don't know why I thought it was so, we were so dumb. I was just like, yeah, this is going to work. Let's go down to Wendy's and just try to get some free nuggets and burgers because my buddy here is doing the commercials for him now.
Get some spicy chicken nuggets. Do the thing. What's a real kid? Do the thing, man.
If I saw myself doing that now, I want to kick my own self's ass for doing that. Like, look at this dork. Oh my God.
But then you also said, do you have like a black card?
Yeah, I was like, do you have like, an Amex black card for Wendy's now? Like just unlimited amount of Wendy's coming your way? I was like, are you going to get like chicken nuggets for life? Like, I was like, what? I was like, what was in your contract? You're like, just royalties. I was like, you got hose, bro. You got hose. You should have gotten. You should have gotten like the money and like unlimited junior bacon cheeseburgers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
You're like, I'm not even hungry anymore. Just walked out.
Yeah, I did. I was like, no, I don't want to order anything. I'm not even hungry anymore. I already had lunch. It's 2 p.m. I was just gonna see if this worked.
Pull up the video. Pull it up. Pull it up. Show them.
What
match it?
The burger? The burger?
Yeah, the burger video. No, not now. I'm saying like when you were at the Wendy's.
Yeah.
Pull it up.
Oh yeah, because this is also
pull that video up. Pull it up.
That's right. I was like, hold on. I was like, don't we get internet down here in the subway? What's going on?
Oh my God, there's a long line behind us. You just look, hold on, everybody. Listen. Do it for everybody. Do it for everyone.
Just get on the PA. Just let's go down to the subway, get on the cart, and be like, next stop is 57th and 5th, and also 2 juicy cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburgers. Oh man.
Well,
it was fun.
From there, I mean, I feel like everything took off because this is also, and I want you to tell the story about the Jimmy Fallon impersonations and where it put you in that point, like where it took you, in the auditions it took you on.
Yeah. So while I was working at Sirius, just one of my friends from high school, I just signed up for Twitter, the power of Twitter.
Now this was after the commercials though, right?
This was right after that. This was on my way to work, and someone had I just signed up for Twitter, and they were like, "Oh, you gotta look at Jimmy Fallon's Twitter," because he was doing Late Night with Jimmy Fallon at the time, and so I was like, "Okay," because they know I do impressions, some friends from high school, and so I look at it, and they were like, "You can do impressions. Come on down to Times Square. We're asking people to do impressions." So I was like, "Oh man!" So this was like right during the show that I produced. So I was like, I'm going. So
I'm putting the show on autopilot. See you guys later. Just hit the commercial breaks.
Oh, it was great. And they were like, call us up like in the middle of it. And I went on. I was like, we don't have to, do this. But they were like, sure. So anyway, so then I went there and I wrote a list. I printed off a list of impressions that I did because I just wanted to, you figure like, I just want to show them all that because you say a bunch of things that may be frantic, whatever. So I printed off the number of impressions that I could do. And I'm looking at them and going over them because you have to know to say something with every single one of them. That's what like you do when somebody asks you to do one. Like you threw me for a loop again earlier when you asked me back to that when you wanted me to do the gym teacher one. But I was like, I don't remember like what I used to say. But yeah, it was the following. But then so I brought that down to Times Square and there was a producer there and obviously fill out paperwork and stuff as you do just to release everything so you don't get paid or sue them. And then after that I'm in Times Square and they're like, Jimmy isn't here yet. I was like, what? They're like, you're the first one. So because I got there early. I was like, oh great.
Like all eager with your pen and paper again.
Totally.
Like I got these impressions to do.
All ready to go. I was wearing an Australia zip up, and it just said Australia.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I know which one it is.
Yeah, I'm a big zip up guy. Even my pants. And so I went. I went over there, and he like got there and stuff, and they like briefed Jimmy, and I brought it over and everything, and then they had me do some impressions and stuff, which included, Jay-Z, which was like the one that really hit. I did Bill Cosby at the time because you were allowed to, and it was okay. And then I did Hank Hill from King of the Hill. I did Elmo. I did a bunch. And then as I'm doing this, it was just so wild because I was about to say they wanted me and they had Harry Potter. And I think the last book came out. The movie. The last movie, They had the book, and I forget the name of the last book. Forgive me.
Deathly Hallows. The
Deathly Hallows book they had. And so they gave it to me, and they were like, we want you to read from this as Snoop Dogg. And I'm like, okay. So they gave it to me and I just read it and it was just incredible. And like, I was kind of editing as I went because you wanted it to sound right to like some beat that you created in your head. And it was amazing. And so then as I'm doing all of this stuff, this crowd, Zach, I don't even know if I ever told you this crowd just surrounds like as I'm doing this, and it's like as a performer, the best thing, like this is fun, you and I laughing among each other, but
Right.
like
But the adrenaline you get.
yeah, we've shared a stage, man. When you got an audience around you and they're laughing, you feed off of it, the adrenaline, like you're talking about. There's nothing greater than doing a live performance as an entertainer. And so like you're doing this and like this, it's just so exciting. And I nailed it. And it was like awesome. And everybody's going crazy, like clapping and stuff. And then that was it. They're like, oh, June's like, oh, that was fantastic. Oh, thank you so much. You did a great job. And so then I walked away, and one of the producers was like, hey, we'd love to, keep in touch with you because we would love for you to do, Jay-Z for something, maybe down in the future, because nobody really had done it yet, on the show. Jay Farrow wasn't on the scene yet. He wasn't on
SNL. I don't think he was on SNL yet.
No, he wasn't.
No,
not at all. And so then that happened, and that was it. And then, a few weeks later, there was another tweet that said, coming down to Times Square doing impressions. So at the time, I exchanged numbers with the producer. And so I told the producer, I was like, hey, you want me to come, do this again? It's up to you. It's only helping, the show if you wanted me to come back. And so they were like, yeah, come back, bring a list, and tell Jimmy which ones you did the last time.
Okay.
I was like, oh, fine. So then I went back and I did it again. Oh, and he's like, also don't come right when we start.
Don't be that guy again. Don't be that guy again.
Well, he's like, people were afraid to come up after that because they were like, well, where do we go from here?
Oh, well, you set the bar so high. You Michael Jordan it, and everyone's like, what do we do now? What do we do now? We can't. How do we compete?
What are we doing here? We can't. So I can't go up. And so, so I went, did some more impressions, and then that was it. So both of them. So then from there, I noticed, people were messaging me, I'm on an airplane, man, and I see your face. I was like, what? Yeah, you're in the screen in front of me. You're like, I see you, man, with Jimmy. What's going on? Are you on the show? Because people don't understand what's going on. You know that. Look, you do it. No.
What? They're already having a hard time understanding why they're flying, and they're like, see my friend Adam. Am I really flying? What's going on? Is this a dream? Someone hit me.
Did someone give me too many glasses of alcohol to drink?
Did I take too many Xanny bars and Ambien?
Ambien. I said Edamame. Edamins. I did take too many Edamins before this, and I can't think now. But so that was happening, and then in the taxi, because in
New York City, you can see all different little clips.
There's promos for shows and everything, and it's in that. And I'm like, what? It was like, they really are using this a lot, this clip. So then from there...
You went viral basically before viral was a thing, essentially.
Oh,
essentially.
I never thought of it like that.
You went what would have been what is considered viral for back then, because, YouTube existed, but it wasn't like... We didn't really know what it was at that point. It was like YouTube version 1.
That's true. If you started doing consistent videos, you or I could have been millionaires right now. But we, if the Zach Dresler show started then and began then,
there's a lot of things we should have done back then.
Back then. So
anyway, so you did all this, you're getting noticed, and then you get a call from NBC right?
Yeah. I get a call from NBC, and they said we'd love for you to put together a reel. To be considered, for the up and coming season, and I was like, okay,
for SNL, for SNL,
sorry, for SNL, and then I was like, okay, when do you want this by? And they're like, well, as soon as possible, and so I was like, okay, so then I get off the phone, and I'm like, I told, my boss, I'm like, I gotta go home. I gotta take a few days off because I need to get this together. So, that weekend I put it together. It was maybe a Thursday or something. I put the reel together because I didn't have one at the time because it's 2006. And so I had stuff, but it was mostly in college. I'm 1 year out of college at that point. So I had to put this thing together. So I tapped our mutual friend, Rob Asaro, and I'm like, I'm writing a bunch of different things. Love for you to help me out with this. And so he did. And then I called on some college buddies to come over to my house and, not my house, my parents' house. Let's fall back.
The house. It's fine.
A house.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they came over and we shot this thing, and then I remember going, I shot at my house, and then we went to like, I want to say Queens at my college buddy's place and just edited through the night. Just, Red Bull, coffee, everything.
Of course.
Just edited the whole
course.
thing. Sent it in, and at that point, I think it was DVDs. So I sent in the DVD, stuff like that. And then from there, they gave me a call again, and they said, "Hey, would love for you to audition for SNL." And I was like, "Oh, when?"
Yeah.
When?
Oh, well, let me see if I have time.
It was like, let's see. Let me pull up my calendar here, like a physical calendar.
Oh, next week is going to be Mad TV, and then after that's The View. I can maybe squeeze you in between that, but you tell Lauren whatever works for him, really.
Whatever, I guess. They said, they're like, "Oh, well, in 2 days." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Is there any, like, I don't know, just like the preparing me, like, is there any other option, other than the 2 day?" Like, I really asked that question. Is that the only date that's available? Just like,
oh, that's not going to work for me. Sorry.
You imagine I just clicked. Imagine at that point the phone cut out. Just like,
we'd be having a very different conversation right now. I feel like
we would.
We would be very different.
I don't think I'd be on the show, to be honest.
No, of course.
And then, no, I know. I'm busting chops. They're throwing me for a loop.
Chops.
And so then so they were like, in 2 days, and I was like, okay. They're like, that's the only option. You want to be considered for the upcoming season? And I said, okay. I went back to my boss. I'm like, I'm done for the day. So I left, and my boss was awesome. He's like, yeah, this is great. Because, like, he got it. There's some people that just don't understand.
Yeah, of course.
Didn't understand. My father didn't understand at all. So, this is my dad. So, in the whole process and everything. And, after audition, so, like, if you get this, what happens to your job? I was like, Dad, I would leave the job. Like, I wouldn't be doing my job. So you would be out of a job? No, Dad, this is the job. Like, he didn't understand.
Wait, what do you mean? You're gonna give a job working for the Archdiocese? And I turned your father into Mitch McConnell, by the way, and go across the street to the Rainbow Room and tell jokes on stage and do impersonations that you've been doing in the tub since you were a kid.
You'll be paid for this? This is a full-time gig, or this is part-time? I think that's what his thing was. This is part-time work. No, Dad, this is full-time. Every day? Every day.
Are you gonna stay? Are you still gonna live in the house?
Yeah. We're gonna be moving out, or you're gonna help me here. Dad, I'll be here.
So how was the audition? So go through the audition.
Yeah, so go.
Oh, you don't have to. You don't have to. If this is boring,
no, I don't mind. No, it's not boring me at all. No, I don't mind going through this because it kind of helps me remember it, and I never wrote it down, which is fine because I have it ingrained in
right here.
I've done this like right up here,
right up in here.
Like, I should have written it down, probably have a little bit more detail, but I do remember going there. I mean, it's kind of, the actual audition process when I went in, audition was really quick, but I do remember. So I go in there and I remember them, checking in, normal check-in situation, and you go in, and then I was put in Andy Samberg's dressing room. And so that's where I was. And so you could see like some of his stuff that's still in there. And this is the summer. So, the season's not happening right now, which is when they do their auditions. And so I was in there and I just went over everything and I just kept rehearsing. There were others there down the end of a hall, and they were all like gathered in a room, just chatting and, whatever, networking, doing their thing. And I'm like, ain't no time for this. I got to prep, and I did talk to them like briefly, but I just went right back in the room. Everybody got their own room and I just auditioned. And then at a certain point, they brought you into makeup because they wanted to, they called this as the screen test,
Right.
So they want to make sure you look good on camera. And so brought you down to makeup, everything like that. And at the time too, foolish. And I know, you talk about the mustache now. At the time, you remember, I had these long ass sideburns.
You had mutton chops, bro. You had chops.
Mutton chops.
Adam's had unique. This mustache is not a surprise to me because you've had unique facial hair for as long as I've known you, which has been over like 15 years now.
I know, and And I look back, but you can't regret anything at the time. It was just who I was. I thought by having that kind of made me stand out. Like, oh, he's the guy with the sideburns. So anyway, so went in there, whatever. They didn't, I don't know if they asked me about the sideburns. I don't know. So then I left and then went back into the dressing room and just rehearsed over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. And then they were like, you're going on first. And so I was like, okay. So
wow.
First off,
wow.
So then I went out there and I did my thing and I thought I did a good job. One of my characters, he actually kisses the stage. And so I kissed the stage in the one bit. So I could say that I've kissed, the stage at 8H. So,
yeah. Wow. Sacred lips.
Awesome.
Sacred lips you have.
Sacred.
And
only for my wife. And so Zach's wanted to kiss me for quite some time now. But I said, no. Daddy's married. So I don't know. So then that was it. It was like super quick. I'm on stage, but they just told me like, don't worry, don't get it in your head. There's no laughs. Nobody's really going to laugh. It doesn't mean that they don't like what you're doing. They just never laugh during the whole thing. I was like, oh yeah, fine, whatever. Cause we like to feed off the audience.
Right.
We love it, And so that was not there. But I did the cameramen, I got to laugh. They laughed and that was cool. And so I went out and went back in and then they were telling me like, I guess one of the things is they have these like little volume controls in every single, dressing room. And I'm not so sure if like they still have that. Who the heck knows? But there's these volume controls so you can listen to the stage feed. And apparently they were supposed to have turned them all off, but they were all on. So everybody else that was waiting to audition had heard my whole thing. And I guess that was just the thing. So they were all like, you did a great job.
That's awesome. A little boost there.
I felt good about it. Yeah, I felt good about it. And then that was it. And then after that, I think like maybe it was a few days later, 30 Rock is a show that was happening at the time. And so they wanted me to come in and audition for a role who does a lot of impressions.
Yep.
And so I went in and auditioned for that, which was really cool. And it was through the same, it was NBC and stuff. So that was really cool. And then, then I got married and then I had 3 kids and
then I moved to Australia and then I moved to the West Coast. And then, now we're broke. Now I'm doing podcasts with you, which is great.
Doing podcasts. No, life is great. No, everything's awesome. Very blessed.
You're a gifted man, my friend. You're a gifted and talented man. Before I have you go, I have a couple more things. Can you do some of your impressions for us? Just rattle them off the top.
Yeah, I can. I thought you were going to be like, before you go, can you give me a few bucks?
No,
my Venmo is. Imagine. You should end that way every time. All right, this has been great. You did a fantastic job. Now, before you go,
hit like and subscribe, and also go to my Venmo. Throw me a couple bones.
Dresler.
Yeah.
I could do some impressions for you for sure. Hey, this is Jim Gaff again. Yeah. What's going on with that jerk chicken? What did they do to those chickens? Why are they so angry? Why are they jerks? I mean, I like them. They're delicious, but they're little jerks. Anyway, that's Jim Gaffigan.
Give me a Jay-Z. Give me a Jay-Z.
You could be any place in the world right now, but you're here with me and Zach Dresler on his show. Yep.
Elmo?
Elmo. Hi, Zach. Can you spell Zach? It's with a C-H. Z-A-C-H. Zach.
All right. What's one you've been working on?
Okay. I have been working on I've been doing a little Maniscalco a little bit too, because he's been,
Sebastian.
Yeah, Sebastian. I don't, other Maniscalcos? Zach?
No,
'Cause you're like,
well,
'cause
first
the
of
way
all,
you said it, you're
first of all, we're from New York, so there's a lot of those type of names out there.
That's true. Okay,
So,
all right.
you know, I just did with the normal New Yorker thing. Oh, that guy, you know, Giuseppe. Yeah, I know him. Yeah, that guy,
Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Yeah,
Oh, I
okay.
thought you were talking about Frank.
Oh, this is really bad. I'm not even into it because usually I could snap into them. Sebastian Maniscalco. I can't. It's
All
not.
right, that's fine. That's fine.
There. It's fine, but I mean, I put it on myself. I'm the one who said I could do it.
Give me two more that you know real well that you wanna impress me and make Indy laugh in the background here.
This is Snoop Dio Dabba Dizza for Shizza for real, dog. Word. Yeah, there's that. Oh, Jimmy Fallon. Oh my gosh, I love doing Jimmy Fallon. Oh my gosh, this is it. You made it. You're here. You're on the Zach Dresler show. Oh, I love it. Oh, this is so much fun. I love doing characters and bits and I'm doing impressions. You want to do it? You want to do an impression? This is so much fun. Okay, this is Jerry Seinfeld. Whoa! What are we doing here? Why are we on these screens? Why can't we be human beings and just me in person? Terrible. Anyway,
Hey, give me one more. Just give me a Macho Man. Ooh yeah.
Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah, you dig it? On the Zach Dresler show. Oh yeah. Snap into it. Snap into it.
That was awesome.
woo. I'm just trying.
I mean, Indy asked me if I can get you to do some liners, and you just did a bunch of us for free. That was perfect. We don't even need to do any more. That's perfect.
Don't worry about it. That's okay. Yeah. That's all right. I just, I'm sorry Adam left for a second there. His mouth is behind the microphone, so you could just hear me. You guys hear that? Yeah. Oh my gosh, Zach, I've had fond feelings about you for quite some time.
I thought W had feelings for me.
It was George W. Bush. You know, the former presidente. I'm numero uno in your book, in everybody's books. I'm a great readist. I love the digest. You guys know the book, and I love digesting food too. Yeah.
Perfect. Before you go, just a simple question. It's something I want to ask my guests every time I have them on. What are your thoughts on, you're a New Yorker, or, in New York, New Jersey. What are your thoughts on pineapple on pizza?
No.
Okay.
Just a straight up no. You don't do that.
Yep. You just don't do that.
No, that's a fruit, and fruit does not belong on cheese or sauce. Do you put? Let me ask you, not you. I mean, you out there.
Yeah.
Like the 17.
Yeah.
Let me ask. Do you put pineapple in your sauce when you're making tomato sauce? No.
Nope.
When you're making a grilled cheese sandwich, you putting pineapple in there? You're putting pineapple in your grilled cheese sandwich. What are you doing?
No.
Why are you doing that? I can't. Man, that's trying to do the Maniscalco there. Just ran out of.
That's pretty good. That was pretty good. Well,
Get down, everybody, get down. I don't know.
I love you, my friend. I miss you. I wish I could, I wish this virus wasn't around so I can just see you in person. Because every time I see you in person, we have a good time.
We do. Let's do more of these Zooms.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
No, we don't have to be on the show, but we should.
No, well, we've been saying we should be doing more of these Zooms, and every time it's like, we got life, things.
Yeah.
You got kids. I have nothing. So
you have everything.
You have a house, a wife, beautiful kids. I got the show. I got Indy. Yeah, I got things. I got Carrie. I got things.
Yeah, you got a lot of stuff going on over there. You're a blessed man. And don't
I want to come home.
forget it.
We'll see. You
coming to New York?
I mean, we'll talk about that.
Wait, what do we?
No,
Yeah.
we'll see.
What
That's a couple years down the road. I still haven't really. I felt made it. Not that I haven't made it. Just really done what I wanted to do here in LA yet. and
Okay,
we'll get there.
I understand.
We'll get
That
there.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, we welcome you with open arms.
Oh, I can't
and,
wait. Hopefully this May I'll be home if this, depending on what happens with the COVID.
All right.
COVID. All right, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Get some sleep.
Okay, I will.
All right.
Okay, man.
Okay, you gonna hang up first?
I'm looking for the leave.
You can't leave, can you?
Leave button. There it is.
All right.
It's,
Okay. I could hit end. All right. See ya.
You could. Leave me.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. Thank you for joining the Zach Dresler Show. He's great, isn't he, Indy?
Oh my god, I had to unmute me. Yo, my dude,
Sorry.
he is a national treasure. I had to put myself on mute for that one.
No,
I was
he's
gonna
Adam's
explode.
great. Go check out his stuff. He has a website. I think it's wemaketheffunny.com or adamhamway.com. Go check out his Instagram at adamhamway. He's got a lot of stuff going on. Anyway, we'll be back next week. Enjoy it.